Hello YouTube fans, here again, apart from looking a little bit naked with my summer shirt on, here I am again. Now I thought I'd compete the Schumacher films, that's right, Schumacher. And to be open and honest, I do remember reviewing this one before. That being The Lost Boys. Say that again, The Lost Boys, why not? Just to prove that I don't order Devil Eight Schumacher films, and yeah, I keep repeating that one. The only ones, without burping, the only ones I had problems with was Buttman Sucks Forever and Buttman and Fobbin. Them two, in my eyes, compete and utter suck. They suck asses. They suck fucking asses. This, on the other hand, I had no problems with. I had no faults with. Because I actually like this one. Long Road, I actually like this one, and this one being The Lost Boys. There was another one I liked, and I remember reviewing that being Fall Down. But I reviewed this before, so why not? Why not? The Lost Boys. Now, in all fairness, and on that, I was more of a lover of Fright Night, and in '87, I was more of a lover of Near Dawn. But, like I said last time on this film, I don't hate The Lost Boys. I don't hate it. If anything, I actually love The Lost Boys. There are bits where I think, yeah, okay, and all this, and they're roaring like lions, and normally I hate that. I've been saying that before. In most vampire films, I bloody hate the roaring like a lion. But I do like to see a very long Tiger Sullivan as his date appearance as a vampire. You know, it starts off, they're in a fun fair, and they go to get into a fight with these bikers, and as his security guard kicks them out. Long Road, security guard gets abducted, and you don't know what happened to him. But you get the idea he got killed. You then got a new pair of people driving along, and you got that take song by the Doors, you know, people were strange when you were coming. I'm not doing the rest, I remember doing it last time on my review, but you got that epic song by the Doors. And what a way to start your film. You got some new kids on the block. You got the older one that falls in love with a girl called Star, and that's where you see the very long to Ivor Sullivan. And it's a good film, this. It is a good film because, you know, you've got some date songs in it, you know, Risk by the Night and all that. I was more of a lover of the music in Fight Night, I've got to admit that. But I do like the music in this, you know. Dead by nights, lost in the saddle. And let's not forget the guy with the big biceps who was playing that fucking trumpet. I do remember, just like Fight Night, they made comic books of the Lost Boys. They made comic books and they made some sequels, not very good, made for TV, but they made some what weren't that bad. But The Lost Boys is a classic. It's a classic. I love to see where he meets them and they're fucking with him and he's having Chinese food and he thinks he's having rice. Well, he's having rice, but they make him think he's having maggots. And then halfway through the film, he thinks he's eating noodles, and he thinks that they think they're worms, and they're not worms, they're noodles. Up to see what Tyler Sullivan says, they're just noodles, Michael. They're just noodles. They're often in red wine, and I've never seen this done before in any vampire film. But he drinks it, thinking it's red wine, and it's not. It's blood. It's blood. Turns him into a vampire. You do got that sort of vampire elements where his perfection is fading and all this. But I like the idea he's only half turned. He's not, the sun's not melting him and all that. The only way he can turn human, well, not human, but the only way he can turn into a vampire is if he kills someone. You got Tiger Sullivan and that. There's a scene where they're killing bikers. The couple who they almost had a fight with at the beginning, they get killed, and so on. But you get a date scene, it does, where they meet the Fog Buffers. It was sort of like vampire killers, you know, and they're selling the Younger Lad all these vampire comics. And he says that line, I don't read horror comics, read this one. It's your ultimate protection. So I like it, you know. It's got a good thing, it's got a few good songs in it, again, sang by the Doors, you know, Sell, not kill. And they've got that song what's played all the way through the Bladding film. all the way through the bloody film of The Lost Boys to do it. So I do like that. Now I do know that originally, this was going to be a Richard Donner film. I remember saying that before. This was going to be a Richard Donner film. At the same year, Richard Donner was doing The Lost Boys. That's right, he was doing The Lost Boys. So, in all fairness, he had two options. Do I do The Lost Boys or do I do Lethal Weapon? He decided to do Lethal Weapon because he was best mates with Schumacher. Schumacher, well, actually, I don't lie here. No, it's the way around, actually. Richard Donner. Or it could actually be Schumacher did a love letter. So I was right. Yeah, Schumacher did a love letter to Richard Donner by sewing a poster of The Lost Boys. So you're going to see him and Mel Gibson as Ritz and Murdoch are driving along in an near theatre house. Look for the scene where it says now airing The Lost Boys. It was a nice little touch to end the film. So the Fog Buffers, as I go back to the film, kills one of the vampires. You've got Diver Sullivan, you've got an epic scene where they're trying to attack them and they're in the house. Now this bit I do like. I remember seeing, what was it? Dracula AD, which I call A Dick, which I did a review and a rant on that, because the scene where a vampire falls in water. Now I know for the 70s you're not going to make it that graphic, but you want to see it done better. What's The Lost Boys? So the scene where a vampire is about to attack one of the lads, one of the Fog Buffers, and a big dog runs out, knocks the fucker in water, and he's melting, and there's gushing out everywhere. It does dance at the rate in miles, so it's not really that bloody, but it's got like that water sort of blood. And it's like a good scene. It's a good scene, and I felt that was done better than how it was done in fucking Dracula A Dick's 1972 A Dick, as I like to call it, or A Shit. But this was done better. So they had good bits. The only bit that got me right is they kill Tyler Sullivan, they kill all the vampires, and they had the head vampire. Now there's a scene in it where the mum's boyfriend comes in, and it always got me this because there's a scene where they test him out and he wasn't a vampire. It was proved he wasn't a vampire. He shows his fucking perfection. Vampires don't show their affection. I know they're trying to make it different in this, they're fine about and everything, but halfway through the film, for some reason, they write it out of the fucking book. How, I don't fucking know. He's a fucking vampire, right? He's a vampire. He's about to turn the mum into a vampire. The granddad, who's in the film, comes out of fucking nowhere, rams a wooden stake in the fucker, kills the fucker, and it makes me hate the granddad in many ways, because he turns around and says, the only trouble with this town is there's too many vampires. Ends with some music, end of fucking movie. And I felt that was a little bit rust. It's a little bit fucking rust. But I don't hate the film The Lost Boys. It's going on me. It's a different look of vampires. You can definitely tell that Schumacher did a dud one. This was the days when Schumacher did dud films, but did shit like Buttman Sucks and Buttman and Fobbing, as I like to call them. You know, movies like Fall Down, which I did, and movies like The Lost Boys, they're dud ones, so why not? I did it twice before, I'll do it again. 10-star rating. It's a classic. It's The Lost Boys. Everybody knows it. Now I'm about to get lost, and I'll see you later.